We will do another deer count next year, I promise. Second reading of an ordinance amending the village code to prescribe regulations concerning fences. We have a revised,
Well, I brought a revision with me because I thought we also had the moratorium on the agenda. I guess I was not clear about it. I corrected the definition of deer fence from Mike Haber's suggestion and removed some of the limitation on the wire cages around new trees and plants, because those limitations apparently weren't consistent with what we did. And I did bring a red line with me. Several. I guess Mike Ford made copies and passed them out. So the changes are basically just in the definition on page 2. No, I'll get you the same thing. Okay, with this. Well, I've got multiple copies.
Okay. It's dated
February 2nd.
February 2nd. Any more comments on this?
Yes,
Go ahead.
I get the impression that you're confirming what I think you said earlier today, that you were looking to have a second reading and adoption.
No, I just want a second reading, I'm not gonna have it about it.
Okay, then I feel better about it, because we did commit to the public that we would well publicize when we were ready to close off.
I'm planning on doing it next meeting.
Okay, that constitutes the publicity we talked about. I have and I've given, Russ has given each of you a drawing, which I've written over Russ's drawings on, in order to give our proposal as it was submitted by Russ initially. I'm looking to create even more flexibility into the deer fence and the fencing concept. One of the ladies, Betty Dewey, as a matter of fact, and I chatted after the last meeting, and she said that, she pointed out rightfully that the plants, etc., that they're trying to protect from deer don't fit into the boxes that we feel we'd like to see them fit into. There are little patches here and there of trillium or whatever, and she proposed that we consider some added flexibility to our program. And as a result, I am proposing for your consideration, I think I explained it to Russ in detail.
We talked about this at the last meeting, at the end of the last meeting.
Now, this
No.
is new since then. Oh. This, well, you have two
The
copies
flex-
there.
The flex area is the new concept, is that correct, Bill?
Yes.
He's
These are-
drawing another border inside the original one that I drew.
This is in the upper right-hand corner of the Russ drawing, you see a partial corner, which says, in essence, and the feet are irrelevant. You pull the fence line in to further reduce the area within the fence, and concurrent with that, you enable the resident to put more fencing or barriers to a limit. In this case, we're talking about 4,000 square feet on that R1 drawing on top. You pull in the fence lines by 5 feet and 10 feet in the back. And you enable the resident to have at their discretion, a 4,000 square feet or 10% flexibility radius, which they put wherever they want to, whether it be around trees or in corners, whatever. And the person, the resident, makes the choice between the flex concept or the flat fence concept on both the R2 and the R1. As I say, the square footage is wherever we want to put it, but it enables the resident to legally be more selective as to where they put their protective area within their property. And that's what I'm proposing we consider. Let Russ and or Pat and Glenn work out the nitty-gritty on the thing, but I think it adds that flexibility that we all subscribe to in numerous meetings that we held on the subject. And I submit that respectfully for your consideration.
Can we refer to this as the Exotic Flex Amendment?
Whatever you want. Call it the Dewey Amendment.
Can we do this in the ordinance, which would work?
Why not?
I just asked you because it was
I was gonna
complicated.
ask that.
But it's complicated to me, but if you
It
can.
basically allows for a meandering fence. That's
Exactly.
all it is. It's the same square footage, but the meandering.
Yeah.
The board like the idea?
I do.
I think it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll include it in the next draft.
Thank you.
No?
Well,
Is there any more comments on this now?
I have, not on Bill Svedek's motion.
No.
Yeah, I had a comment that I, or a recommendation I'd like the board to consider, but I don't know whether to do this as an amendment since we have it open for second reading. And it's this. One of the motivations of this fence ordinance, and I think it addressed these motivations, a lot of hard work went into this. But one of the motivations was to prevent visual blight, monotony, and blocking of view corridors, and to preserve the character of the neighborhoods in which fences are installed. Paragraph 8-9-6, subparagraph B, toward the bottom of the page, it talks about color restrictions, and I wholeheartedly support color restrictions. I think shocking pink is a distinctly inappropriate color for our woodland. So there's a discussion here of black, brown, gray, or similar neutral earth tones. But then there's a sentence saying, the foregoing color restriction shall not apply to untreated metallic fences of iron, steel, or aluminum fences, chain link fences, welded wire fences, or woven wire fences, but is specifically applicable to deer fences. I think that most people, when looking at a galvanized steel fence, something in chain link fence, for example, that would fulfill our ordinance requirement 6 foot high, I think an unpainted galvanized fence is very obtrusive and inappropriate. It has an industrial character. And I would like to delete that entire sentence. I think that even metal fences should be painted to conform to the woodland colors. The fact now that we have, what's the right term for this? Non-conforming, legal but non-conforming, means that existing fences would be grandfathered. So we would have an opportunity to move into the future and do this for new fences going up. We might have heard what this gentleman from the architectural firm said.